where the victims get to say, they've been hurting me for a long time. And I just ain't said nothing because I was trying to be strong and I didn't want to shame anybody. Be what you're gonna be, but put your people on. If you a gay person and you in there, put some other gay people on. Put somebody on. Or don't be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers. Because clearly, y'all are keeping these gates. Clearly.
Katt Williams drew the battle line with Oprah when he called her a Hollywood handler. But it seems the situation might have gotten a bit too far because Oprah is allegedly sending people off to Katt to unalive him before he spills more tea about her dirty affairs. Now, you know when it comes to Katt, nobody is above catching strays. So of course Miss Oprah got hit by some of Katt's truth bombs. He called her a Hollywood handler and accused her of manipulating black people in entertainment rather than using a platform to uplift them. Oprah was furious when this interview aired, and she allegedly reacted by trying to get her people to off Katt. But again, Katt has never backed down from a fight, and he has slammed Oprah for pulling some dirty tactics and expecting him to be scared for his life. But did Oprah really try to get Katt off for speaking his truth? And does Katt have even more details of Oprah's shady dealings? It's a lot to unpack, so let's get into it. Lately, Oprah has been trending for all the wrong reasons, and her publicity team is working overtime to shut down the rumor mill. But it seems like they're not working fast enough because she keeps facing scandal after scandal. Just a few weeks ago, Oprah caught heat after Taraji called her out for not looking after black women in the industry, despite being known as a champion for black entertainers in Hollywood. According to Taraji, she almost walked off the set of The Color Purple, which is co-produced by Oprah, because the money she was offered was so low, it was insulting.
It's still not mathing, and I'm really getting tired of black women having the same story. It's breaking my heart. Like 20 plus in the game, it breaks my heart. It's like every time you achieve something really incredible, it's almost like the industry looks at it as a fluke. Like, oh, that was like some one-time thing. So you fall back to the bottom and you gotta negotiate and fight tooth and nail to get what you made the last time. Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can. And we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. It's always half full.
When this issue came up during Katt Williams' Club Shay Shay interview, he went off about Oprah, saying that she is not what we think she is, and that behind the scenes, Oprah is anything but a champion of black rights in Hollywood.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
I mean, we all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati. They don't want him or me or people like us.
According to Katt, Oprah has been fooling everyone for a while now because she stays putting her fellow black artists down, like she did with Ludacris. Years ago, Ludacris went on Oprah's show to promote his movie Crash. Back then, Oprah's show was the place to be as a black artist who had something to promote, be it an album, a movie, a book, and so on. However, Oprah would still sometimes flip and make the artists on her show look bad. So, while Ludacris and the Crash crew were discussing the movie, Oprah suddenly changed the topic from Ludacris's role to his music. She started complaining about how she didn't like his music because he used the N-word. This was embarrassing for Ludacris because she just made him look stupid in front of all the other crew members, but she humiliated him even further by cutting out the part where he slammed her for talking crap about his music. So when the episode aired, it looked like he had just sat there with his mouth wide open while Oprah took swipes at him. But Ludacris isn't the only black artist Oprah has tried to humiliate on her show. She also tried that with Dave Chappelle when he came out on her show to talk about how he once had to reject a $50 million deal from a major company because they were trying to make him do some things that violated his personal boundaries. Now, you would think Oprah would empathize with Dave, given that she's also a black artist trying to navigate the industry's prejudice. Instead, she tried to make him look crazy for turning down the $50 million deal. Meanwhile, Katt also mentioned that he had to turn down similar deals because he couldn't allow the industry elites to have power over him.
They offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right.
And that's why Katt was so mad at Oprah, because he just couldn't understand how Oprah could use her platform to put down other black artists. He even threw shade at her for how she tried to destroy Michael Jackson's King of Pop legacy after leaving Neverland, a 2-part docuseries highlighting the stories of Wade Robson and James Safechuck, 2 of Michael's alleged SA victims, which was released.
Yes, but when you filed the lawsuit in, what, 2014?
2013.
2013. You were looking for financial...
Well, what it's about was I was trying to figure out.
Oprah saw an opportunity to boost her ratings with a viral story and didn't hesitate to throw Michael under the bus. She created a special episode called After Neverland, where Robson and Safechuck came to share their stories. Fans were not happy about this because not only had Robson and Safechuck backtracked their stories many times, but the court had also thrown out their case twice.
Why, when your mother asked you in 1993, the first trial, why did you do the same thing that Anthony did and so many other people have done? Why did you deny it? Because that felt like a great opportunity to say, well, yeah, some of the same things have happened to me.
I did not testify out of thinking I was doing something good or knowing that what he did was bad. I was afraid of being caught. It was on the news 24/7. I mean, it was just being broadcast, and there was so much attention on it from the world.
So by that time, you thought of what you were doing as a bad thing, or just as a thing that you all did, but you had to keep it a secret?
I didn't think of it as good or bad. It was that old sort of wiring of, if you're caught, your life will be over.
On top of that, Michael had been investigated for years by the FBI, and all charges against him were dropped. But Oprah had to platform these guys when Michael was not there to defend himself. She later tried to justify her actions by saying she only wanted to expose the pattern of in Hollywood. But that's wild coming from her, because we know Oprah loves mingling with and provided they're white. Just recently, there were rumors that Oprah was on the Epstein list. If you didn't know, the Epstein list is a list of known associates and clients of convicted sex offender and pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The court recently started publishing documents naming some politicians and celebrities who are part of Epstein's grooming cult, and sources revealed that Oprah might be on the unreleased documents. Now, all that is unconfirmed, but what we do know is that Oprah was besties with Harvey Weinstein, who single-handedly triggered the Me Too movement. After Weinstein got exposed, Oprah claimed she didn't know what he was doing all along, but evidence says otherwise. For example, British actress Katie Noble once revealed that the reason why she fell into Weinstein's lap was that Oprah and Naomi Campbell tricked her.
And he was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend. And these, like Oprah, Naomi, Rita, and Georgina, they all sat at his table, and for me.
Then there is Rose McGowan, who was one of the first women to expose Weinstein. She dragged Oprah for throwing SA victims under the bus to protect her friends, calling her a lizard. I am glad more are seeing the ugly truth of Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't. From being pals with Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims, she is about to supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come. When Oprah was asked to share her opinion on Weinstein's case, she just tried to deflect and make it all about the bigger picture of abuse in Hollywood, saying that she was just trying to find the rainbow in the entire situation.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on Facebook already, but you haven't kind of spoken yet publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. and what I do believe is actually happening. Everybody
Yeah.
has a story, and so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it.
But what's even creepier is that sources claim that Oprah reached out to Weinstein to offer him support, despite knowing everything he did. Singer and songwriter Seal also called out Oprah in an Instagram post where he shared a picture of Oprah and Weinstein being chummy in a meme that read, "When you've been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." He then said, "Oh, I forgot, you'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially essaying young starry-eyed actresses who in turn had no idea what they were getting into. My bad. Sanctimonious Hollywood." Now, allegedly, Oprah set Seal up for making that post because suddenly he faced battery charges only 5 days later. The charges were later dropped, but not before inside sources could scoop that Seal's accuser was reportedly working for Oprah. Katt has pointed out that Oprah doesn't really care about SC victims unless she can get a juicy story from it. He added that Oprah was always willing to put down black men and protect white men because she was a handler for Hollywood elites, and her platform was one of those tools used to keep black artists in line.
It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
When Oprah and her team saw Katt's interview going viral, they immediately swung into action to get people to stop talking about Oprah's part in it. But with the interview gaining millions of views every day, Oprah had to come up with something else to shut Katt up. Sources say Oprah sent some armed men to Katt's residence to convince him to take back his statements in the interview and keep Oprah's name out of his mouth. But this only made Katt more determined to spill Oprah's dirty secrets. Katt fired back at Oprah, telling her to watch out because he was coming for her and he was not playing. If Katt makes good on his word, 2024 might finally be the year of Oprah's downfall. Fans dropped their 2 cents on it and it seems like they are mostly on Katt's side. Oprah needs to understand that she's already been exposed, so if she tries anything with Katt, she'll just expose herself even more. As the saying goes, sheep in wolf's clothing. So much is coming out about Oprah, which is so unfortunate. She can't take the heat, therefore attacks. Whoa, but let me know what you think about Oprah trying to take Katt Williams down for exposing her. Comment down below and check out this next video ASAP.